Hey everyone, it's Andrew checking in from IDB. I absolutely love HomeKit, and we've been featuring more and more HomeKit accessories. And today we have the Eve Motion, which is pretty much what it sounds like, a motion sensor that works with Apple's HomeKit. Motion sensors are one of the best things that you can use for your HomeKit because it's really what starts to make it smart. You're not just turning lights on and off manually using Siri, you can actually have them turn on and off when you enter or exit rooms. And if you have iOS 11, it has even more features. Elgato touts three main things, which is set scenes using the motion sensor, get insights, so you kind of know how long people are in rooms and which rooms get the most use in your house, and it has a really easy setup, which, like most HomeKit accessories, is really dead simple. Inside of the box, you're not going to find too much. You'll have a little paper guide that walks you through some of the basics, as well as has a second copy of the HomeKit code. You'll have the actual Eve Motion itself with a little protection film on the front of it, and you'll have a pair of batteries, which is what this thing runs on. It is Bluetooth low energy, which means that you can get quite a bit of time out of those batteries before they go low. And don't worry, it'll notify you, and you can see inside of the HomeKit Home app that what your battery status is and when you need to replace them. Looks wise, it is very reminiscent of all the other Elgato Eve HomeKit accessories, barring the Eve Degree. The Eve Degree obviously looks much different with that display on the front, and it's all black and aluminum. This looks much like the other Eve Room and Eve Weather accessories that we've covered. That said, I'm a little bit surprised at the size of this. There are other motion sensors out there, like the remote sensors for the Ecobee 3 and 4 smart thermostats that are so super tiny. This is a little bit bigger than that, but it really isn't a huge deal. This easily sits on any shelf, and it has that kind of white neutral tone that makes it really fit into any room. Setting this up, you just scan the HomeKit code on the back of the unit or on the instruction manual inside of the Home app or the Eve app, or really any other HomeKit app that you have on your phone, but primarily the Eve app or the Home app. You can then go ahead and give it a name, assign a room, and opt to include it into your favorites. That's it, you're now good to go. You now have it set up in your home. Right now I have this set up in the bathroom, so for instance I could go into the bathroom, have the lights automatically turn on, not having to hit a switch. But what's more is HomeKit allows you to have finer control over those things. So let's go ahead and set up a couple automation tasks for this. So I have in the bathroom the Eve Motion detector. That's what I'm going to use to trigger this scene. And then I want to do when it detects motion. And now some of this is going to be coming in iOS 11, but I can do this only during the day or only at night or just specific times in general. I just want to say during the day. Now I want to go down here and find my bathroom lights, my Hue lights that I have installed in the bathroom. And go on to the next step, I can actually control that I want them on. Perfect. I want the lights to come on when I go in. But how bright? Well, during the day, I want that brightness all the way up. My eyes are kind of adjusted. I want those bright lights in the bathroom. Also in iOS 11, I can have this automatically turn off after a set amount of time. So maybe 5 minutes after it stops detecting motion, revert back to the off state. Now I'm going to do it again, but this time at night, and instead of being at 100%, I'm going to have my lights come on at 10 or 20%. So that way when I get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, I don't have blinding lights turning on. I can actually have nice, soothing ones that are not going to blind my eyes. This is also great for the kitchen, the office, or really any other room in the house. You just come into the room, the lights automatically turn on. When you leave, they automatically turn off. It can help you save you money by not turning on excess lights. And if you have pets, you can even have this only work when you're home. So you don't need to have motion sensors turning on your inside lights if you're not there. So only do it when people are in your house. Really handy feature. In my HomeKit home, I have a few different motion sensors set up. I have one on the front of my D-Link Omna camera, so I can use that as a motion sensor. The Lil B from the Ecobee 4 smart thermostat that can act as a motion sensor as well, so that's on my stairs. So if I come down the stairs at night, I can have my Aurora turn on. And now I have one in my bathroom as well as my kitchen. So I have a few different ones placed in certain rooms around the house. And of course you can see inside of the HomeKit app when there is activity, whether or not those motion sensors are triggered or not triggered. If you 3D touch on that, you can get back into those settings that we looked at the beginning. So all the different kind of statuses. What's the battery level? Is it charging? Which in this case is not applicable. Is it motion sense? Is there motion sensing right now? And you can even opt to allow notifications. So do you want to be notified when it detects motion? But you don't want that all the time. Maybe you just want it at night. Or in fact, you can do it when no one's home. So if no one's home and you detected motion, that may be something that you want to know about. So these are all really handy things, and these are all coming in iOS 11. So be excited, because those are going to be coming very, very soon. My two biggest qualms of this, one is the size. It feels larger than it would need to be. And second of all, there's a little bit of a delay. So when I go into a room, there is a second or two before the lights may actually turn on. And luckily, that's being fixed. Coming out in iOS 11, they're also going to decrease that relay time for Bluetooth Low energy accessories and make it much, much quicker for them to activate and get those signals out. So pretty much my main issue, which is that lag, is going to be fixed in Apple's upcoming update. If you are a HomeKit user and you don't have motion detectors, this is definitely something you need to jump on. You can find a link for it below in the description, and let us know what you think of this and tell me about your HomeKit setup in the comments. Otherwise, I'd really appreciate if you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you can keep more great HomeKit content coming. Otherwise, until next time, this is Andrew for IDB.